everybody. You say hi? Christian wants to say hi. Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Good job. So this is going to be a fairly short video. It's just going to talk about thesis statements. So your thesis statement, I'm going to show you guys a PowerPoint.
Mom,
Yes.
you have to could you have to learn letters?
Yes, I have to learn my letters.
Oh.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. All right. Why don't you go watch your iPad?
Because you don't know the wrong letters?
No, I don't know my letters.
I know my letters.
You do?
Like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, W, X, Y, Z.
Good job, buddy. Go sing that to Daddy. Why? He doesn't know you could do that. Okay, so anyway, so this hopefully will be a short video. I'm going to show you a quick PowerPoint. I'm going to show you how I do thesis statements, how to make it easy for yourself. This is not something you need to overthink. I'm going to help you. So don't panic. Just because we're asynchronous doesn't mean that, you know, you're not going to get the same amount of attention that I would give a synchronous class. What else? I think that's about it. So let's roll right into it, shall we? We shall. All right, so here's the PowerPoint. Okay, I know it's super fantastic.
No.
So they're going to continue arguing. Okay, so what is a thesis statement? It makes a claim that somebody might dispute. Okay, it tells you, or the reader, me, how, don't stand up in that, how you're going to interpret the significance of the subject matter that you're discussing. Okay, so then it offers that interpretation. It is a roadmap for your paper. That is generally what it is. Okay, so you guys are going to be doing an outline next week for it. So your thesis statement is going to essentially tell me everything that we're going to have to talk about in your paper. Okay. And then lastly, it contains a subject, which is going to be basically the novel is your subject. Okay. An opinion and then a piece of proof. Now, the tricky part with the opinion is that it doesn't say, I believe, I think, or in my opinion. It's not, you're not having this in first person. When we do academic writing for like research papers, we write in third person. So we're going to use they, them, their, people, persons, readers, viewers, watchers, listeners. Okay, so we're going to be very objective about it and try to remove ourselves from the paper. Okay, now just because we're taking I out of it or me doesn't mean that you can't put your voice in there. So don't freak out too much. It's not that hard, I promise. Okay, so here is my example. Emily Dickinson used events from her life to better compose and contribute to her poetry. The many deaths throughout her life contributed to her style of writing, and perhaps most notably, her symbolism of death found in a multitude of her poems. This is one from one of my own papers. This was probably like a 20-page paper, so my thesis is a little longer. Okay, typically they're about one sentence. They can be two, they can be three. Depends on the page length and the subject matter. Okay, so Emily Dickinson is my subject. Okay, very broad because it's a whole person, which means it's her whole life. Okay, and then my proof is that she used events from her life. And then my opinion is that I felt that the deaths throughout her life, throughout her personal life, are what contributed to her writing style and the symbolism of death in her poems. Okay, so now I'm going to show you a few things after this. Okay, so qualities, length, position, and strength. So the length, like I said, it's usually only about one sentence. Okay. I apologize. You're going to have an independent clause, an opinion, and the dependent clause, and the reason. Okay, the position, it's going to be in two different places in your essay. It's going to be the beginning and the end, so the introduction and the conclusion. So in the intro, it's typically, if it's not the last sentence, it's the sentence before the last sentence of your introductory paragraph. And then it's about the first sentence in your conclusion paragraph, okay? Because at the end, we have to show how we tied it all up nicely together, tied it, you know, nice little bow, okay? And then strength, it has to be something that's arguable. It can't be a fact. If it's a fact, it's already been proven. There's nothing to dispute about it. So for an example, you wouldn't write anything about the sky being blue because it reflects off of the ocean, because we already know that. Everybody knows that. It's scientifically proven. There's no real disputing it. So you need to have something that's going to be arguable. Okay, so think of something that might have more than one side when you think about it. Okay, and remember, your thesis is going off of the topic you chose and submitted last week for me. Okay, we're not going to look at the rest of the slides because they don't matter. So we are now going to stop the share and start a new one. So here's what I like to do. Okay, when I'm starting my thesis and I feel like I'm stuck, we're going to just do this in blue real fast. Okay, text. Why is this doing this to me? Okay, so we're going to choose. They're probably in the cubby thingy. Now, I know that I said we're not writing I, but for you to start, it's a good place to start with I. So I think, I feel, or in my opinion, or lastly, of course, I believe. Okay, so those are the 4 ways we can start our thesis. All right. Just keep that there. Now I'm going to start a new box. Now we're going to move it. Okay. That. I'm trying to think of what. Americans can learn how to avoid creating the thug life by reading the novel The Hate You Give, written by ENG Thomas. Okay, so I'm actually going to just make this a little longer. Okay, and there we go. Okay, so here we have, can I have like a, I want to do this in a different color. Sorry, guys. So this part, okay, that's my opinion. All right. And then we have our subject. Okay. And our proof. Okay. So let me write that now. Whoopsie boopsies. Proof. Oops. So your subject is going to be not only the hate you give, but it's also going to be whatever your topic choice was. So like I chose for this particular one, racism. And I'm putting it in quotes because I didn't put the word in there itself. Okay. And then this is opinion. Now, how do I take my opinion out, but still leave it there? So now what you do, I'm going to do this in green. I feel like sometimes this makes it a little easier. Why is this not working? There we go. Okay. So you write out your sentence. I think, I feel, I believe, in my opinion. That blah, 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 blah. Okay. So now we're going to cross that right off. Okay. And then of course that has to come out because I don't want to be grammatically correct. Okay. So Americans can learn how to avoid creating the thug life by reading the novel The Hate You Give, written by ENG Thomas. It's arguable because people could say that that's not a book to learn from. It's just a reading for pleasure book. Okay. People could say that's not true because maybe that's not what thug life represents. We've already at this point read those chapters. So there are many arguable points about this. Now, even though I don't have I think, I feel, in my opinion, or I believe, my opinion's still in there because that's what I still think. So it's still there. Okay, so that's how now all of it becomes my opinion. Americans can learn is what becomes my new opinion. Where the hell's my mouse? Here it is. Okay, so we'll do right here. And then we'll do text. Okay, opinion. All right. So you see how that worked. I'm not actually sure if you see how that worked, but hopefully you did. Okay. So my best advice is to start by saying, I think, I feel, in my opinion, or I believe. Write your sentence, then take out the I think that, or I feel that, or in my opinion, whatever, I believe that. Take those words out. And if your opinion is still there, you're good to go. So 2 things that you're definitely going to keep in your thesis statement is the hate you give and written by Angie Thomas. Those 2 things, well, 1 thing I should say, needs to be in your thesis statement when you submit it this Friday, okay? Because it helps to narrow down your paper. If you don't include it, then it becomes a much broader topic, okay? But you're now, by saying this, you're bringing it down to a narrowed version of your topic, okay? So we're only looking at your topic within this novel, if that makes any sense. All right, so I think that's about it. If you have questions about your thesis statement, let me know. I might make a discussion board. I'm not sure yet. Probably won't. It's a lot of extra stuff that doesn't need to happen. But again, if you have questions, please feel free to email me. I am doing much better on keeping up with my emails, at least this past week. I think that's about it. So I will talk to you guys later. I hope you have a good week. We are, I don't know, week 10. I have no idea anymore. So it's fine. But okay. Good luck, guys. Email me, smoke signal me, whatever. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye, guys.